We're back on the Vicky Gotti Show.
And we're here with Kelis. Now, Kelis, we're going to jump into your transitioning real quick. We talked a little bit about it in part one, but I want to ask you a little question about. Okay, now a lot of people in Ballroom, Kelis, some girls were forced to be girls. They was with their butch queen girlfriends, and you know how somebody said, "Oh, you look kind, throw this on." They start doing it for change, escort, and all that type of stuff. Was this in your mind, Kelis, as a child, like this is what I want to do, or what made you want to be a femme queen?
I'm gonna say I think it was always there, but Cincinnati is not a lot of femme queens. You don't see it on the regular, so it's kind of hard to envision something that you don't see. So when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is who I am. You know, I've kind of played with it at home, not myself, but never really like knew that you can take it as far as, you know, really transitioning. So when I first seen it, I was like, oh, and someone that actually was twisted down here, he was like, you gonna be a girl. And I was like, what? He's like, you're gonna be a girl.
Who said that to you?
His name is Divine.
Divine, okay.
He used to, yeah. He's been in a whole bunch of houses. But he's like, you're gonna be a girl. And I was like, boy, you know, because I went straight to the wig. Like, and 6 years later, you know, it is what it is. But prior to it, like, I did drag for the longest. And I just really wanted to see, like, the pros and cons of it. Like, well, I better get a job. And can I see myself 50 years old? Because it sounds good when you're young and everything's sitting up high. But when you are wrinkled and old, is this really what you want to be? You know what I mean? So I started doing, like, really heavy in drag, like, 14. And I waited. And just I prayed on it, like God is seeing the answer to me. Talk to other femme queens, Ayana, and just other femme queens in the house, and everyone told me like you would know it in your heart, like this is what I need to do. And one day I had graduated from school, and I just woke up like I'm ready, like and never looked back.
So you graduated Kelis, and we talked about this behind the scenes, and we're gonna share it with the viewers and everybody that's gonna be just gonna hit rival. You never escorted a day in your life.
No.
And it's crazy, Kelis, because it's just, I believe you, but it's just so, you know, when somebody says that, you just because it's lifestyle and everybody's doing it, and femme queens do it a lot. Did you ever just say to yourself, like, okay, did you ever just say to yourself, like, okay, I gotta just go out and make this coin? Like, or you just had that mind frame, like, I gotta get a job? Like, or did anybody ever try to get you to come on tour with them and make money? Or how did it,
No, well, it's weird because, I come from money.
Oh, okay.
So, we were hood rich. I never needed. Like, we always had. And then...
Oh, by the way, Kelis' father is the governor out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so, with that, and then I got my boyfriend. Met him at 16. So, you know, he was...
So you didn't have to want for anything, basically.
No,
okay.
not at all. Yeah.
So, but you don't knock.
I know, I don't knock it. I feel like, I mean, it's like if you sell drugs, don't be a weed boy, be the head. Like, you know, I feel like that don't be a prostitute, bitch. You better profit from it. That's and that's with anything. Like, if you're not really gaining from it, then why do it?
Why do it? Now, Kelis, a lot of people, this is a question I got a lot from my inbox and my email that people wanted to know. Because in New York and the East Coast, I'm just saying the East Coast, you know, femme queens, they butch queens. Dykes, they butch queens. You just have femme queens, they femme queens. There's just a lot going on. You, on the other hand, I heard that you don't date butch queens. You don't do that.
No, I'm not really like, this is how I look at it. Like, I feel like I'm a woman. So anybody I'm with, he's going to be a man. Or whatever. Now, as far as the butch queen, I'm not into chasing nobody. I'm not the type of girl. I get too much attention just as it is for me to chase any nigga. No, baby. So, with that being said, it's just, no. I mean, I feel like some butch queens, like, if it's the right butch queen, because my ex was a butch queen. You know what I mean? We were together 7 years.
We're going to get into that. He was a con.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know, Kelis.
Yeah.
Okay, but go, finish. Okay.
But, besides that, like, I'm not, you know, you have some girls that are like, I just want a butch queen. I mean, I feel like, because they feel like one is better, but I feel like butch queens are just like a quote-unquote trade. Just their first preference is boys versus girls. So I feel like whoever is into me, that's who I'm for. But I would prefer him to be, you know.
But a lot of people say, Kelis, like, I be around a lot of femme queens and they talk about a butch queen can understand them. You know what I'm saying? They understand what they lifestyle, what they do. I guess the ballroom scene and they escort and whatever else they into, they understand that. A tradie, you know, boy or, you know, a straight dinger that's gay, you know, whatever, he can't understand that lifestyle. He don't like that and all that type of stuff. So, do you think a butch queen can relate more to you, Kelis, than a piece of trade?
I don't want a girlfriend.
Right.
I want a man. So I feel like men, you know, don't understand everything about biological woman. I think that that's kind of the beauty of it. I feel like I can speak for myself how I live. I live a normal life. So, you know, if I explain what a bile is a bile. You know what I mean? Like, someone can be taught anything. You know what I mean? I feel like if you ask questions, you can tell anyone if they want to know about hormones or surgery. A smart person's gonna ask questions. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that knowledge is key. So.
Got you. Now, Kelis, you was in a serious relationship for 6 years. You said
7.
7 years. He was a con. What happened?
I just think we just decided we grew apart. And not in a bad way. I still, you know, shout out to you.
You gotta catch it. Said shout out to you. She didn't say the name.
Yeah, I mean, those who know, I mean, we were like the relationship. You know, here, you know, everyone knew us. If you see me, you see him. But I just think that we were on different pages with things. I met him at a young age, and you know, as you grow, and we just kind of realized we wanted 2 different things, and. You know, it wasn't a bad breakup. It wasn't like, oh, I hate you or nothing. I still talk to him. Hey, you know, hey, how's your mom? You know, it's still the same, you know, but it was just kind of best.
To go your separate way. Are you still in love, Kelis, with him?
I think that, for me, and I was just telling someone this yesterday, I don't think you ever, the difference between being in love with somebody is the sexual aspect. I think once you love somebody, you always have that feeling. Like,
oh my God, I was just saying that the other day too.
Like, you never, like, even if they do something and you feel like you hate them, you only hate them because you care for them. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if the person dropped dead, you wouldn't be like, oh, I don't care. You know what I mean? So I just think that, well, I would always love him. He was my first. First, as far as, like, my first and only boyfriend. And this a lot of what he's taught me and who I am today. Or whatever. So, yeah.
Kelis, what was the most, which are like the boy you was with for 7, you said 7 years, right? What was the most romantic thing he did for you? Out of 7 years.
He's pretty romantic. I can't even say, like, anything really, I'm trying to see what sticks out. I don't know, like, because I would come off of work, like, dinner be cooked, bath water ran. Like, on a regular. Like, I can honestly say, like, he's not a bad guy. Like, he's a provider, and he holds shit down.
Kelis, so being that you had this long 7-year relationship or whatever, is it going to be hard for you to, like, move on and try to find something new? Or do you even want something new right now? Or are you just living your life?
I'm kind of living, but I think that, you know, it's hard. It's easy to find love when you've never had a real man or a real woman, because you don't know what to look for. But when you had somebody that was the real, you point out bullshit from a mile away. Right. And I'm kind of at a point like, I'm not dealing with that.
Not dealing with that. Kelis, would you ever go back to him?
Would I ever go back to him? That's a hard question. I think that, I really can't say. I think if that's in the future, you know, then, hey. But I feel like either way, I still have a friend. So I'm not upset about it or hard feelings towards them. So, yeah.
Okay, topic now, Kelis. Because this is something, what you just said kind of clicked something that I'm going through. Got you. I want to ask you this. This is the topic, Kelis. Do you feel like the ex that you was with, can you be friends with somebody, you know, with an ex, but then you say you get into like a new relationship or whatever, And how can that affect the new relationship that you're in and then your ex-lover, but you don't want to be sexual, which it's like you want him to be your friend. Is that possible?
I think so, because me and my ex are not sexual. And any dude that come in my life, this is who my ex is.
But do you talk about it in front of him? Like,
why not?
You would never disrespect the new boy, don't be so, okay,
why?
my ex did this, or my ex did... Well,
why?
Wouldn't that make him feel uncomfortable?
I really wouldn't care because...
But you're trying to start something new, Kelis.
But he's going to have to deal with it. I mean, that's just how I am, because I feel like my ex was there 7 years, friend or whatever, like, and he showed me a lot. So for me to be like, well, I'm not going to say this for somebody that might only be here for a month. Now, if time come in, you know, time goes on and you prove that you down, then okay, yeah. But till then, you know, problem?
Right.
My ex is calling. I'm gonna answer.
You're gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
I know that's right, Kelis. I know that's right, Kelis. Quick shout out. I want to give a special shout out to my breast Caesar, Miyake Muglia. He has been through a lot this past month, and I just love you, breast. I know you got some new shit coming out. You know, I know you're gonna Muglia it up when you know, come back out. Shout out to you. Shout out to little James Kahn.
Shout out.
My co-host, I love you dearly. Shout out to Chinky, I love you dearly. My publicist, Jaja, I love you dearly. And Trey, what's up? Okay, it's all about Kelis. Now, Kelis, do you see yourself getting married? Do you want to get married? You know, some states it's illegal, Kelis. Like, it's legal now.
See, this is the thing. Because I consider me and my ex, we were married. We lived together 5 years out of 7. Same bank account. So, it was already like, we lived it. So, I feel like marriage is really just a piece of paper. Honestly, because it's people that got the paper that got a fucked up relationship. So, I feel like, you know, if you down, you down.
You down. Kelis, who introduced you to the Ballroom scene? That's something I never asked you. Who introduced you to this?
Brandon Ebony. He walks Vogue Film, aka Zarina. Okay. He's from here, but I think he lives in Chicago now. Okay. And, I didn't even have a category. I could not Vogue at first. I was horrible. Really? Like, anybody tell you, like, she sucked. I was like, the joke. Like, please sit down. Like, cause I was like, I didn't take it serious. Like, oh, this shit. And I just kind of caught it, and it's weird how I guess I'm one of the, you know, good ones down here, but I was like horrible at it at first.
Really? Yeah. What did you watch people on YouTube or tapes or DVD? Like, how did you get that feel, or did you have, you know?
I think I needed to, cause I cheered in high school. Okay. So I had energy. So I think that I guess had so much energy with cheerleading, so dramatic was who I was. Like, okay, bitch, I got energy with that. And it was just hard to like break your wrist and just get into that, you know. It's easy to be feminine, but voguing is like the ultimate, like, you have to over exaggerate on it and without looking stupid and really feeling like, bitch, I'm feeling sexy, you know. So I think that was kinda like the hardest part, yeah.
Kelis, what's next for you in Ballroom? You came out in Chicago. Are you making any more, you know, I guess appearances coming up soon? Are you going to travel a little bit? Like, what's next?
Honestly, it's kind of wherever the wind blows me. I'm kind of with Ballroom. I've kind of seen it all. And, you know, once you've seen it all, it's kind of like, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm here, so I feel like if I had time and if something sparks my interest, then I'm there.
Got you. We're going to come back with more with Kelis.